William Mark McCullough. I'm the writer and director and producer. Well, I live in the house. My family has been in the house for 40 years, and so we experienced the actual haunting. You know, you should take these stories that you've had, your family's had, visitors have had, and turn it into a script.
Hell's walls are supposed to protect us from them. There are breaches in the walls of hell. And one of them lies beneath this house.
Hi, I'm Alexis Nelson, the producer of A Savannah Haunting. I mean, we talked to the mediums and historians. Savannah has a long history of, all the way from Civil War era, the slavery past. There's a lot of anger, a lot of death, war that have happened in the area, even very close to Mark's house.
Okay.
So it kind of stems
Wow.
from that, and then there have been multiple people who have died on the property. So we a medium described it to us as it's basically like an onion that has multiple layers
right.
of hauntings, and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Mother, she's a hoodoo priestess. She has what they call the shine.
Dude, the shine.
That crazy old woman thinks she see things, like things that ain't there.
It's true. She can see into the spirit world. That's cool.
You don't believe that stuff though, right?
I don't believe it. I know it.
That's a hey, don't start.
He asked.
Okay, yeah, because she thinks she got them magical powers too.
Okay, they're not magical powers. I'm just more spiritual. So I can sense things, not like my grandmother, but little things.
I've talked to a lot of people who live in haunted houses, and they said the same thing. These things happen to you, and you spend so much time trying to minimize it and come up with reasons for it, right? And you don't tell other people because you don't want them to think that you're crazy. So when we were doing the documentary about the haunting, we were doing interviews with my brothers and sisters, and they were telling stories that were so intense that we'd never discussed it before. And I already told these stories to Alexis for the documentary, and she's sitting there shocked because literally my brothers and sisters are telling the exact same things happened to them.
Whoa.
That happened to me.
Come play with me.
The actors were not staying in the house. They were in their own housing in Savannah, but they came for filming. We did film in the actual haunted house. As far as cast, there were a couple casts that were going to stay there at the house, and after a few days, they decided to find different housing. We actually were doing an entire documentary about the real hauntings of the house.
Whoa.
So we interviewed ghost hunters. We had mediums come in. We wanted to cleanse the house before we brought in cast and crew.
Now, how do you cleanse the house? Like, do you sage it? Do you use Palo Santo?
There's a lot of different techniques. We had a medium who came in and did mostly sage, Palo Santo, and then we had we talked to a voodoo priestess, and they kind of have their own ways of doing things, more like ringing bells.
Holy water.
There's a lot. So we did a lot of different
Right.
types of cleansings, and then whether or not that worked, you'll find out in the documentary.
Once we get a little work done, it will be perfect, I promise.
This is going to cost a fortune.
Honey, you don't get a 4-bedroom house on our budget if it doesn't need a little bit of work.
Why did the last owners finish the place?
Who knows? Ran out of money? They lost our game.